I am here with Skip anyway, and here to talk about the Great British Pub and see what he thinks about life in general. What are you doing with your sunglasses on, Skip?
Well, I thought I was going to be an Italian film producer, but I've got a black eye.
Black eye, what happened there then?
I think I must have fallen down the stairs, but I live in a flat. So that went wrong, didn't it? But I think you have to talk to me later about that when it's off screen.
Okay, fair enough. Well, so what got you into drinking in the first place anyway, you know? What's
Shyness.
shyness?
Yeah. Or was it sheerness? I don't know.
You don't strike me as a shy person, but what happened there then? So
Well, I used to play in a band, and I couldn't get on stage unless I was pissed. Oh, can we say pissed?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, that's okay.
I thought my mind would work better when it was exaggerated with alcohol.
Is that right, yeah? So what was your favourite tipple then to start you going?
Anything that was tippleish.
What about pubs? Do you sort of drink anywhere or anywhere?
We've had locals in the past, but this is my local now.
This is the...
Yes, it is. This is my local pub.
The local.
It's near because I'm getting old now. Don't drink at home. I only drink socially. When I am in, I just drink orange squash and tea. Occasionally coffee, but I'm a social drinker. That's it. Drink break.
So who's the fish at...
He's just one of the locals. There's a fish called Dracula in the local pub. That John's his middle name. He just makes a fool of himself in the pub. But he gets away with blue murder.
Heavy drinker?
I would say so. Being a fish, you're bound to be. I like mending things, yeah.
Mechanically.
There's nothing wrong with mending things that used to work that don't now.
What's this sign here?
That's a Rosa Eagle, that's my local. It nearly fell on someone's head the other day. It had rotted, so I've brought it home to mend. The wheel. Gorgeous invention.
So when did it all begin with Kraftwerk?
I preferred Can, actually. They were more of a band that had a drummer, a guitarist, a keyboard player and a bass player who was excellent. The bass player was good. Kraftwerk was slightly too automated, but I've always loved playing in a band, so I like Can's version, both from Germany, but Can were to me better in the days of drugs and lots of things. I like Kraftwerk, but I prefer the imagination of Can.
Your love of electronics,
Oh yes.
building.
Yeah, my love of electronics, based from Can and also based from people like Emerson and based from Robert Moog. They were designed to make sounds that you couldn't get from the shadows.
So Robert Moog, you built some.
Yes, I have many loves of that man. I just like building Moogs. They look nice. They've been the start of my life. This stemmed back from many years ago where I could not afford one. And I just love them. It's a gorgeous piece of furniture. The TSR2, I have dedicated my life to the brilliance of that, but the Labour government stopped it. Harold Wilson, the pound in your pocket worth two in the bush.
The birds fly a lot better than we do. See how they wheel and bank and fly? Perfect. And all in one. Wings, body, tail, all in one.
I used to like smoking on stage because my favourite band were the Chimneys and I was in them. So we used to have to flick a couple of fingers up at the bar staff and saying, "We are the Chimneys. We've got to smoke." And it was difficult to be a chimney. I mean, my keyboards used to have 2 or 3 ashtrays, and then suddenly they were barred. So the stage became an ashtray. Let's have a drink break.
So have you written any new stuff?
No. Well, I write it and then I forget about it. But by the time I wake up, I find you need to be sober to write things down. There's been many people that have had ideas to write things that other people have done. Mine's spontaneous and forgotten. Basically, whatever happened to the Chimneys happened to us then. We were offered a deal with Virgin Records 20 so years ago, and we couldn't work out who was going down on the train, so we never went.
You left it then?
We went to the pub instead. Yeah. We laughed about it, and that was about the nearest we got to doing something.
So you almost got signed up then?
We almost did, yeah, but they were interested because of the stupidity of the band. In the time when they were looking for stupid bands. It's just typical of what happened to the Chimneys, really. I'll play again.
You'll play again, you're ready for
Yeah.
You're ready for a revival?
Oh, I think it's about time. Half of us aren't here anymore. That's the trouble.
Yeah. Who's gone then?
Mark, the guitarist, out of Some Chicken, from not quite a successful punk band. He died 6 years ago, so. And it was him and I that decided we'd get the Chimneys together. Both coming from a musical background, but serious. We decided we're too old to be serious, so we thought we'd get a silly band going.
What about Dave McIlwain? You say he was a drummer in your band as well, yeah?
Well, I played with him when I was about 16, 17. First drummer I ever played with, I think. And he was good because we were all into Can. He loved Can, I loved Can, the bass player loved Can, so we did Can stuff with improvising and jazz improvisation, and just threw away everything musical, content as in songs, and just had a good time on stage, really. We recorded everything like Can used to do.
Have you got tapes?
Got tapes. Yeah. I bet most people won't know what they are. Must convert them one day. Cheers! Turn the lights out, turn the lights out. Where's the wheel? There's no wheel. I need a wheel. This doesn't wheel. Yes. You're laughing, Leo. Diddle-a-dum, 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 the original.